All right, the disappointing road trip continues for the Padres. John and Jim with you. Padres fall in kind of dramatic fashion. Had chances to win this game, but they lose in Miami 4-3 on Tuesday night. They'll try to avoid a sweep when they play on Wednesday. As you make your way in, please subscribe. Please smash the like button for us. Please follow us on Twitter. Please consider joining as well by clicking that join button. And please make sure to consider a super chat if you want to make sure we get your comment here tonight by clicking the $ down below. Before we go anywhere, and there's a lot to get into, Padres lose, Dodgers and Brewers going on right now, bottom 11. Dodgers clinging to a 4-3 lead with the bases loaded. Before we go anywhere, what is that new sign that you have behind you?
So, see it right here? Right there?
Jeremiah pointed it out.
Yeah.
Yes, that looks unbelievable.
Yeah, relationship girl. This is everyone give clap emojis to relationship girl here. There we go. She said that the background of her house needed upgrading, and she got inspiration from the sign behind you.
Oh, wow.
And so
she got inspiration from our sign, Chris. Isn't that nice?
And so she found something on Etsy and created the wrap-up show.
So signage. She found it on Etsy and created the wrap-up show. I think she did an amazing job. It's a nice addition.
I gotta send you it looks so good in person. The color is amazing. It's perfect. It's like I think it's kind of like yours, but it's different. Just different.
I like it. Yeah. It's a good look. It's a nice vibe. We do a lot of night shows. It's good for the vibe.
Kyle says you're a keeper.
Wow.
Sweet.
Yeah, look at this. Nice sign, Jim.
Yeah.
Used to be J&J. We're in Padres gear. Well, I'm wearing a wrap-up show hat right now, Carter. Hey, it's not our fault the team is playing like this, by the way.
Yeah, she's definitely a keeper. Yeah, for sure.
No doubt. Okay, let's get into this. I'm trying to keep my eye on two things. I don't even know why I'm doing this. This is such a torture to do this. I'm trying to watch a Dodgers-Brewers game cast. In play run. So at the very least, we're tied up, or the Brewers just won the game. So Caratini somehow came through. Is it a sac fly? Is it a ground ball? If the Brewers win, they're a game back at the Padres. If the Dodgers win, the Brewers are 2 games back at the Padres. St. Louis won tonight. All right, Brewers won. Of course, Caratini walks off. Why wouldn't he? Off Craig Kimbrell.
Reach.
So the lead is down to, it's the trifecta. Brewers, Cardinals, Phillies win. Padres lose. I mean, this thing is hairy, and that's where we should really start. And to Jared's point, Jared, thank you for the super. Thank you for your membership. Thank you for being a mod. I mean, here's the thing. They need to get this right now. What's going on with Josh Bell is unbelievable. Is he now hitless in his last 21 ABs, or is it 22? Whatever it is. Hitless for the road trip. They got to get this lineup right. At the very least, Josh Bell needs to be dropped down in the lineup. Brandon Drury should be playing. You're right. I mean, Will Myers can be playing. He's been better. Drury can be playing. If Bell needs a day, he needs a day. I mean, if he needs a day or two, he needs a day or two. If he needs to bat 8th, he can bat 8th. But, man, to follow Soto and Machado, Jim, and to go 0 for 21 or 22 consecutively, I mean, at some point, you got to kind of pull the cord and try something else. And I think that's probably tomorrow.
Yeah. Josh Bell for the entire road trip. Brandon Drury's had a couple good moments, but didn't play today. I think Will Myers had one good game, but the base running mistake today I thought was like, what are you doing?
Yeah, what is he doing?
I mean, you got a bad knee. You're not fast. Why are you trying to test it there? It was a stupid base running mistake. And in the middle of it, you heard Mud go, "Oh no!" And it was just like, "What are you doing, dude?"
Yep.
And yeah, I agree. Josh Bell needs to be dropped in the order. It's not good. And this just goes back to Thursday could have been a day. Tomorrow, right? Or not tomorrow? Yeah, Thursday.
2 days.
Thursday, it would have been fine because you would have put Tatis back in the lineup, and you could move Josh Bell down, and you're like, you know what? That's fine. I'll put Tatis in the leadoff spot or the cleanup hole, and we're good. But now you gotta ride with Josh Bell, who has struggled mightily with Brandon Drury, who's been up and down. You got to ride with Will Myers, who's been up and down. It's just, I don't know, man. The Josh Bell, I still have faith in him, but right now, when you go 0 for the road trip, not great.
The hell was that?
That was Bentley.
What's that?
that was Bentley.
The dog.
Bentley, yeah.
Here's the thing. Last year, Peter Seidler said it was a 1 in 100 year collapse, and it won't. It can't be replicated. Well, what are they going to say this year? They say, well, Tatis tested positive. I mean, there are no excuses here. You acquire Juan Soto, you have to make the postseason. AJ Preller literally said that day, we got him for 3 playoff runs, and their lead right now is 1 game, 1 measly game over Milwaukee. Philadelphia is extending their lead out from you, a game and a half. St. Louis has played better baseball. I mean, who knows what happens with the Giants? Giants are trailing at last check against Arizona at home 1-0 in the 8th. They are bottom 8. If San Francisco wins tonight, you're 4.5 games better than San Francisco. I mean, it is time to win. You're not backing in. You're not backing in my opinion. Ruben, thank you for the super. He says, like we're kind of saying right now. I mean, right now, according to Ruben, this team is awful. Thought it would be different. I mean, I think a lot of Padres fans thought it would be different. I think at the trade deadline, it felt as if there wasn't a scenario in which they could miss the postseason. Now, you fast forward, they're 5-8 with Juan Soto in this Juan Soto era. Soto's been unbelievable, but they're 5-8. They will not get Tatis. You're basically counting on the Brewers not to play good baseball. That's a bad strategy. That is a really bad strategy. You got one player that's carrying the load. I mean, Soto and Machado. You have Soto and Machado carrying the load. It's like last year. You had Tatis and Machado carrying the load. Nobody else. So they need to figure this out.
You do. I mean, just looking at that Caratini walk-off, there was, and someone tagged me today in it. I forget who tagged me, but whoever did, thank you. It was a list. It was like a pie chart. Not a pie chart. It was just like a giant list of every single former Padre in Major League Baseball that's on a 40-man roster right now.
That's a lot of guys.
It was a lot of guys. And in this game, not only did Caratini hit the walk-off, guess who scored the game-winning run? Hunter Renfroe.
I thought you were going to say like Luis Urias or there's a zillion guys.
Another former Padre, Craig Kimbrell.
It's a bizarre world. It's a bizarre world. Yeah, I mean, listen. Tomorrow against Miami, you try to avoid a sweep against Pablo Lopez, who dominated you last time out. Then you get the Nationals at home, but it starts with that drama of Thursday with Fernando Tatis Jr. talking with the team and ownership and the general manager. There's just no more series off. Like you cannot split the series against the Nationals at home. You need to win the series against the Nationals at home. What are you looking at? Like, you frozen or are you here? He's frozen, right, folks? Like, why? Okay, we'll see if we can get Jim back into the chat. I have no idea what just happened. Cam, thank you for the super. Appreciate it. Thank you guys for the super. It's a great way to support this channel. Just click that $ down below. Cam says, Manaea, Myers, Garcia, Bell. Bell is pressing, and man, we do miss Tatis. Hope Tatis comes clean and the Pods avoid the sweep. Thanks for the show, J&J, and Jim. Dope sign. Yeah, love Jim's sign, although it might have prevented him from having internet for whatever reason right now. We'll get into Manaea. I don't know what Bob Melvin said. I've been running around. I was out. We just put our son to sleep. I don't know what Melvin said about Manaea. Why did he go 4 innings and throw just 64 pitches? Can someone put that in the comments, please? I mean, he's throwing 84-mile-per-hour fastballs. Like, what? Like, if you're allowing 3 runs in 4 innings to the Marlins, then, I mean, that's as poorly as you can pitch right now. The Marlins had not scored more than 3 runs in their last 16 games coming in, and they scratch across 4 here tonight. You get even on a huge Machado hit, only to see the Marlins score in the bottom of the 7th inning. I mean, this was a cacophony of, like, errors. Like, to lose this game after getting even and then having the chances with Will Myers. What's up, man?
Internet had a shit itself over here for a second.
All good. All good. What's up, dude? What was I just saying? Oh, yeah.
Hold on.
We were talking about Manaea. Did you see anything from Melvin post game why Manny threw just 64 pitches and won 4 innings and was throwing 84 miles an hour?
Tired arm?
I don't know. I have no idea. I didn't see anything, but I wasn't paying attention either.
I wasn't paying attention either.
Jared said he had a tired arm. Well, has he had a tired arm for 9 consecutive outings?
Well, it makes sense when I looked up and I looked at you. I'm like, dude, he just threw an 85-mile-an-hour fastball. And you're like, what?
I think it was 84.
84. And you're like, what?
Yeah. I mean, Manny wasn't good. Truthfully, I mean, Musgrove wasn't good. 6 innings, 3 runs, a quality start, but against Miami, you need to be better. The Myers play, I really want to get into that. I mean, what on earth? I know you mentioned it a minute ago. What on earth are you doing? What are you doing?
Oh, Myers? No idea. Literally no idea.
I mean, I get it. Being at third with 1 out's great, but the ball was hit to shallow right. You were out. And then I'm hearing people say, well, it took a perfect throw to get him. No, it didn't. The throw was way up the left field line. He was out by 30 feet. The throw beat him by 30 feet.
It's another case of just yes. And it's a constant trend with this team. Nonstop.
Every night we talk about it.
I don't know what it's going to take for these guys to, I don't know, become smarter on the base pass. Like, it's not even
yes, it is a thing.
I know it's a thing. It's just stupid to say. Like,
I know.
As Rich says, it's a complete rally killer. It's double play, and now you have 2 outs. And I believe in that ending, they got a couple more runners on.
Yeah, they did. I mean, then they had walk, single, 3-1 count on Profar, and he grounds out to third with Soto on deck.
Dude, it's ridiculous, bro.
It's like they're trying. It's like they're trying to not come through. It's really hard to fathom. How many opportunities in this series have they had with men in scoring position where they failed, other than Machado's bases clearing double? Even after the double, runner at second, 1 out, get him in.
I know.
It's just crazy.
I know. I mean, would you consider? I mean, I know I like Soto in the 2-hole, obviously. Do you just keep Soto and Manny in the 2-3, and then you just figure out everything else behind you?
You have to, because they're hot. I mean, I think you have to. Someone else needs to step up. Simple as that. And if it's not going to be Josh Bell, then someone else take the mantle. Is it Will Myers? Is it Jake Cronenworth?
Is it Drury?
Someone. Drury? Yeah, he can't sit. Why is he sitting?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he's sitting for Myers, I guess, but
again,
Josh Bell should be sitting. He's 0 for his last 1,000.
Mm-hmm. We're complaining about this offense, and the fix was coming Thursday.
Yes and no. He could have pressed. It could have been the same situation. I mean, there was no guarantee that he comes back and you have everything's fixed. We said that was Soto. It's like,
and you're right. It's not a fix, but guess what? That option, you'll take that option over any other option the Padres have. 100%.
But here's the thing: if they're worried about Tatis coming back, and I'm not saying they are, I have no idea. We can worry about it. Fans can be upset about it. Everyone can concern themselves with it all off season. That's fine. But it's like if you're in the clubhouse, haven't had him, and you're not going to have him. Done. No. That's why I'm almost surprised he's speaking to the team Thursday. Like, why are you even introducing this right now? What? I mean, does it close the book? I don't know. I mean, is it looming over this season right now? I don't know. But Bob Melvin's supposedly the manager that can deal with all of this. He has seen it all. Ramon Laureano last year tested positive for steroids. He's seen it all. It's not Tatis.
No. But again, like, the more they struggle offensively, the more upset you get with Tatis.
Yeah. Yeah. You're right.
Because it's like, damn it, dude. You were going to come back in 2 days.
Yeah, right. Exactly. It was right. We found out Friday, but your point's valid. I mean, he was coming back, and now he's not.
Yeah. So the more they struggle on offense, the more upset you get with them.
It's such a weird offense, though, because they've had during this bad stretch of 5 and 8 since Soto, they've been shut out. They've had 26 consecutive scoreless innings. They've had 13 or 14 consecutive scoreless innings, but they've also had 8-run innings and 7-run innings twice. It's just helter-skelter. It's all or nothing.
How about
this team?
How about have, like, I don't know, 5 straight games of scoring 6 or 7 runs a game? That'd be cool.
That's what was frustrating about DC. They scored like 19 or 20 runs in the 3 games, but they only took 2 out of 3. Now they can't score in Miami.
Dude,
Let's get to the super from Ryan. What's that?
Oh, yeah. I was about to
I was
say.
going to say, Ryan. Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you got?
No, you say it.
About the super
from Ryan.
Yeah, Ryan, thank you for the super. Thank you guys for the supers. Great way to support this channel. We're going to tell you about our title sponsor, Mark Nimitz, in a moment. Ryan says this, is steady offense at first base too much to ask for? It's like you can't get it from catcher for like a decade.
The black hole.
Get it at first base for a decade. You know, Josh Bell had a couple of games when he was right after the trade deadline. He did, I don't know. We'd have to look. He probably had 4 or 5 hits in his first 4 or 5 games, I think. And now he can't hit anything. He went home. He literally saw, I want to say he's got a newborn. I don't know if it's a son or a daughter. He slept in his own bed in D.C., saw his family, was robbed of a hit in game 3 in that series, a spectacular play. But now he can't hit the side of a barn. I mean, it's hard. It's hard to watch because you know he's pressing. I'm sure his teammates feel like it's hard. I think you give him a day or you bat him 7th or 8th, or you even give him 2 days. You have enough with this team on the bench with like the Myers and Mazzaras and the Drurys that you don't have to play him every day. Get his mind right, give him a day or 2, and then get him back in there batting 6th or 7th as opposed to 3rd or 4th or wherever he's batting.
Right. Not saying he's the end-all, be-all to the offense because you can have Soto and Manny carry the team, but if you're in the cleanup spot, you can't go for an entire road trip.
Not when you have Machado and Soto who are constantly on base.
Yeah, exactly.
It is
again,
it's hard to fathom.
The more I talk about it, the more upset I get with Tatis because it could have just been, hey, guess what? Guess who our new cleanup guy is? Fernando Tatis Jr. But it's not happening, and it sucks.
Yeah, I know. I mean, listen. We're going to get into it. If this team completely nosedives, I'm sure we can put it on Tatis. Although if they do completely nosedive, are they that fragile? Is this the type of organization, for whatever reason, that unless it all goes swimmingly for 162, they can't deal with adversity? There's always reasons, Jim. 2019, they didn't want to play for Andy Green. They were 500 into the break. Not going to play for Andy Green. 2021, disconnect between the front office and the clubhouse. And Jay Stingler, it was the manager. 2022, there's a suspension to your best player. But you didn't have him for 120 games. It's like, right. At what point is it like you got to deal with adversity? And to some extent, they have this year. They've been without Tatis because of injury. And now you're out without him because of whatever, his own doing, because of suspension. But it's no different than him being out due to injury. It's like you have to overcome things. Walker Buehler's not pitching again for the Dodgers this year. They're 70 million games over 500. Walker Buehler is as impactful for the Dodgers as Fernando Tatis Jr. is for the Padres, if not more so, right?
You could argue that. Yes.
So get over it. Now, again, I think they've done a decent job. I don't think I'm hearing guys say, oh, man, this is hanging over our season. But I'm just saying, listen, we're all upset with Tatis. I'm just saying from my seat, like, get over it from a team perspective and go win some games.
Right. I think that I do think they're over it. Right. Mm-hmm. I don't think they're thinking about it, honestly.
Neither do I, really.
I just think that this is a case of they continue to press. Like when they can't score runs, it feels like the entire lineup just presses and presses and presses. And doesn't it feel like they just don't swing at enough fastballs?
Yeah, they're taking pitches that they shouldn't be taking. Then they're swinging pitches that they should be taking. It's
like the only player or the only players that I will let them do whatever the hell they want are Soto and Manny.
Machado.
Everyone else, Honda fastball one time. That'd be dope.
You're right. I want to get to the super from Jared. Then we're going to tell you about Mark Nimitz at Farmers Insurance. Mark, thanks for hanging out tonight in the chat. If you have insurance needs, please go with Mark Nimitz, our title sponsor. He's been with us since day one. There's a link down below. He can save you $750 on your insurance. So Jared says this, man, some of these fans complaining that Soto, I'm going to stop anyone there. If anyone is complaining at all about anything that Juan Soto has provided to this team, you're completely misguided in your frustration. I understand being frustrated with the team being 5-8. I bet Soto is too. If anything, this team's not 5-8 if they didn't have Juan Soto. He, like Jared says, he's getting on base at a 45% clip. I mean, yes, he's he's homered one time, but he's getting on base. He can't carry everything. I mean, he can't a homer every single time he's up or double every single time he's up. But to hit 300 and get on base 50% of the time is more than basically anyone in baseball does. And that's what he's doing.
Mm-hmm. No,
like he's never going to hit 900. I mean, nobody does.
And maybe that's a case where I'm not saying put him down in the lineup because dude only has 1 RBI as a Padre.
Solo home run.
13 games. And he's getting on base at a crazy clip, but no one's been able to drive him in besides Machado. But
right.
That's, you know what I mean? So, yeah, I think the problem with this team is not just one play. It's a team effort here, and it goes to press. I feel like they're pressing constantly.
Hold on real quick here because I'm about to. Come on, Tyrod, excuse me. I mean, okay, if you want to say Buehler and his 4 ERA this year, okay. So yeah, let's just discount. You're right. Walker Buehler as the ace of the best team in baseball the last 3 years with his 13 WAR and his, let's see, what did he do last year, Jim? Finished 4th in Cy Young Award voting, went 16 and 4th at 2.4. You're right. Walker Buehler is nowhere near as impactful as Fernando Tatis Jr. Are you kidding? Walker Buehler last year took the Dodgers a lot further than Fernando Tatis Jr. with his 42 home runs, didn't he? I mean, listen, I'm a big proponent of Fernando Tatis Jr., but if you told me I could have a frontline 25-year-old ace, that's one thing that's worth giving up, your 23-year-old shortstop for, to be honest, because what wins you games in the postseason? What gets you to the postseason? We have seen position player after position player, Jim, not lead teams to the playoffs. Trout, Ohtani, Machado, Tatis, okay? Amazing position players. When you have frontline starting pitching like the Dodgers have had, that's how you get in, and that's how you win World Series. And like it or not, they won a World Series in 2020. Walker Buehler was really good in that postseason. Like it or not, they won 106 games last year. Like, don't tell me that Tatis is more valuable than Walker Buehler, because honestly, I don't even think it's – no, that's just not accurate. All right, let me tell you about Mark Nimitz at Farmers Insurance. Come on. Listen, this is a Padres channel, but I'm not going to, we're not homers. No. And I'm not going to, come on. This is Aura. This is the wrong, hold on. We'll get back to Willadora. I want to pull up Mark Nimitz at Farmers Insurance. We're just getting started. As you make your way in, please subscribe. We have year-round Padres content for you. Man, might get feisty here tonight. Where is my Mark Nimitz? There it is. All right, we do want to thank Mark Nimitz at Farmers Insurance for his support of this channel. He can save you $750 on your insurance just by switching to him. $750 by switching to Mark Nimitz. Auto, home, renters, life, earthquake insurance. I have homeowners and earthquake through Mark. He literally saved my family thousands of dollars. We recently had a claim in here. We had to replace our flooring, and our ceiling was painted, and the sink had to be redone. And it was all taken care of because of Mark. So if you have any insurance needs, and everyone does, if you want to save money, everyone could use a few extra bucks, please consider Mark Nimitz at Farmers Insurance. There's a link down below. He's got great service and communication. He's a San Diegan, like we always tell you, and he's a huge Padres fan. In fact, he's in the chat here tonight. Again, get to his website, get a quote online, get all of his information, support a local business that supports our local business as well. So if you're a San Diegan and you have insurance needs, please consider Mark Nimitz at Farmers Insurance.
Yeah, all his information's above my head. mnimitz at farmersagent.com. When you reach out to him, let him know that John and Jim from the Wrap-Up Show sent you.
Thank you, Mark.
You okay?
It's going to be an interesting... No, I'm fine. We deal with this stuff every single night. It's not personal to Tyrod. It's not. I just feel like these next 40 games, if this thing goes south, there's going to be a lot of that. There's going to be a lot of, I don't know. There's just going to be a lot of infighting with this fan base, and we might even see it, in the clubhouse or with this team, kind of like what we saw last year where it spilled over into the dugout in St. Louis in September.
Everyone's just going to start fighting everybody.
I hate to do this because now I'm just egging it on. But, what are we talking about, Tyrod? They won the World Series in 2020. They won 106 games last year. Okay, so they're going to win 110 this year. Okay. Yes. So Walker Buehler has no value because they're going to win 110 games this year. That's more of a credit to their organization than it is a knock on Walker Buehler. Agree or disagree, Jim?
I think Walker Buehler is. I think Walker Buehler is very, very valuable. When they're both healthy, they're both very valuable.
Agreed. But I mean, the idea that Walker Buehler isn't as valuable as like Fernando Tatis Jr. I mean, Tatis has played like 45% of the games that's being called up in 2019. And I've been back at Tatis the last couple of days, but I'm not going to sit here and be like, "Oh my gosh, Tatis is so valuable and Walker Buehler has no value." Like, no, I don't know. I don't know if that adds up.
How about this? Who would you rather have in the future for the future, Walker Buehler or Fernando Tatis Jr.?
My opinion's probably changed. Honestly, if I'm being honest, I would never say this before what had happened, but I mean, the reliability of Buehler, assuming his health is guaranteed on the other side of this, and I don't know if it is. If you told me I could have a frontline starter for 7 years or the question mark of Fernando Tatis Jr.'s health, you tell me.
I don't know.
You know? Jared, thank you for the super. He says, I just hope Bomel makes a lineup change and soon. I think he needs to for tomorrow, right? Day game. This thing's not working.
It's actually not really a day game. It's like more like a night game because it's a 4:00 start in Miami, which is stupid on getaway day.
This makes no sense, right?
Literally no sense. And so, yeah. Sorry, I'm getting a bunch of text messages. It's funny because I get text messages about other Padres that are doing great, and then I'll get messages on social media just getting tagged in random stuff from other people about, hey, this guy's doing great. This guy's doing great. Like, thanks, guys.
Yeah, I mean, exactly. I know you're getting tagged in everything. Like Cliff says, Cliff, thank you for your membership. He says, nah, John, you're going to flip on this book market. Flip on saying that Buehler is just as valuable as Tatis. I'm the one saying, I've been saying on the radio, Jim's heard me say it. I don't know if I've said on the wrap-up show. I'm saying I'm sticking with Tatis. I'm riding with Tatis. I think his upside is too significant to do anything but that. But I'm not going to now sit here and say Tatis is the greatest player in baseball history, or this is the one player that can lead you to the promised land, because I don't know if that's true or not. I'm still betting on his upside. I'm betting on the come with Tatis because I don't know if you really have another option. But some of the shine has obviously come off Fernando Tatis Jr. And at the end of the day, he just has to be on the field. Mm-hmm. So it's hard to say that Fernando Tatis Jr. is the missing piece when they've had him previously. And look at what happened last year in September. I get it. They didn't have pitching. I hope he's the missing piece one day. I really do. But he's got to stay on the field to be the missing piece. Because right now he's just missing. He is missing.
He's missing.
He's got to be the piece.
He's the missing person. Yeah. To Vito's point, yeah, Cronenworth has looked awful of late. If we're going to bag on Josh Bell.
Oh, yeah. Well, he's not over his last 22, but yeah.
No, but you got to look at, I'll look at Jake Cronenworth's numbers right now, too.
Yeah, I think he had a hit yesterday. He might have hit today, right?
When's the last time he had an impact in a game, though?
I get it, but it's not over his last 22.
No. I'm just saying if Cronenworth's going to hit fifth in the lineup,
yeah.
He's hitting 237 on the year. His OPS is 720, not bad, but
not great.
I mean, his last 30 games he's hitting 223 with a slugging percent with a OPS his OPS is 709 in his last 30 games, and he's slugging 350.
Look at Josh Bell.
3 homers, 14 RBIs. That's his last 30 games. 223. So
yeah, it's not great.
Not good, not great.
But who are you taking, Cronenworth or Bell right now?
I mean, I guess I got to take Cronenworth, right?
You have to. I mean, I would take like Yu Darvish. I mean, I would take like anyone. Like somebody's going to stumble into a hit every 22 at bats, right?
You'd think. You'd hope so.
I mean, this stuff is tough to figure out. When you're left for dead like they were today, and then Machado comes up with the big hit, and then you give it right back in the bottom of the end. Who was it? Montez or Fontaine? Who the hell had the 10 hits today?
He's the greatest hitter of all time.
Yeah, 2 home runs, leadoff single in that 7th inning when you score the winning run. 3 for 4 with 2 home runs.
I mean, are you kidding me? Who the fuck is this guy?
They haven't scored 3. This guy scored like 3 runs. This team hasn't scored 3 runs. Yeah, he scored 3 runs.
That
The
guy
team hadn't
could
scored more than 3 runs in 16 games.
walk into the studio in a full uniform, and with his name on his jersey, and I'd be like, "Who the hell are you?"
We could sit down next to him for 14 straight hours, and we'd be like, "Oh, what do you?" And then we'd be like, "Oh, what do you do for a living?" "Oh, I play for the Marlins." "Oh, you do?"
Like,
"Yeah, I hit
what?
2 home runs last night against the Padres." "You did?"
You did? Even
What?
now, even seeing him just whoop the Padres ass. You're right. He could sit with us in the studio for the entire week, and we still have no clue who this guy is.
Nick Fortes, 4th-round pick out of Mississippi State or Mississippi in 2018. I mean, this team can't hit. And now they're on the verge of sweeping the Padres. Oh, my gosh. And by the way, Pablo Lopez tomorrow killed the Padres in
Soft
San
throwing lefty.
Diego.
By the way, I am drinking tonight. I'm drinking
Please.
a pineapple spiked seltzer.
Ooh, is that who's it by?
Mighty Swell. It's kind of delicious.
Cool.
Pretty fire, not gonna lie.
We both had some AleSmith State Ale earlier. The collab between San Diego State and AleSmith, which was very good. Had one. I felt like I needed one for whatever reason.
Just like it's like woo-saw. Woo-saw.
Yeah.
You don't know what that's from? No.
Major League?
No, close. Actually, not close at all. Bad Boys.
Yeah, whatever.
You never say it. No. It's like woo-saw. I gotta calm down myself. Woo-saw.
Jared, thank you again. He says sit Crone, Bell, or Myers. Oh,
For
one
who?
of those 3. I mean, the thing is, Myers has been okay. Again, without that snafu on the bases.
He has 1 home run this year, and his OPS is like 620.
Okay, fair. Didn't he have a couple of big hits in DC? I think he did.
I'm putting Drury, and if I don't know, Drury. Okay. I know he pinch hit tonight, but
yeah, he's fine.
Why is he not starting? Is it because they want to get Myers in there?
Yeah, because Myers has to play once every 6 days.
Okay, well, I'm putting Drury in there every game, and he's your new cleanup hitter until proven otherwise.
Yeah, good point. Good point. I'm with you. Drury cleanup batter, maybe for the rest of the year. If he hits, it's solved.
He's the only guy that they've acquired. This is not a shot at Soto, but including Juan Soto, that is hit for power.
Yep.
Right? He has 10 RBIs with the Padres and 3 home runs, and he should have more.
He should have 5 home runs.
If it wasn't for the other team making the greatest catches in the history of the sport.
Hey, why is I'm getting to Tyrod a lot. Thanks for hanging out, Tyrod. He says, why is it that who's on this roster? Matt Batten never plays. Even Mazar today, he pinch hit, and then they pinch hit for him before he even got into the game. Because of the lefty-righty situation.
Mazar is just sitting there
dude, Matt Batten is in the missing person
he's like MIA. Yeah. Cam Gallagher.
So what about
missing piece?
What about however you say this, Eggy Rosario, who's hitting 7,000 in AAA? Could they use some type of spark?
For who?
Matt Batten.
And where's Eggy Rosario going to play?
Bench piece.
Oh, great.
Pinch
no one on the cool. Once every 35 games, he'll get in that bat.
Where's he going to play?
Where's he going to play?
He could spell, I don't know, Kim or Cronenworth here and there.
Okay.
Where's this guy even play? Is he a middle infielder or is he an outfielder? He's a middle infielder, right?
Sure. Maybe he'll take Cronenworth's spot.
Did the Giants really win?
Did they win?
In the bottom of the 9th?
I don't know. They
did. Yeah, just your typical. Was it 2 in the bottom of the 9th? No big deal. Just walk off.
So now they're 4.5 back of the Padres.
And the Giants have won 5 straight. So you got a team that believes that will not go away, that you play 6 times down the stretch. I mean,
can the Padres have a 6-game winning streak? Or are they into that?
Well, they had that 5-game winning streak before they traded for a better team.
Yeah, and then they win the shit.
How about that? What are the odds? Giants, Phillies, Cardinals, Brewers all win and you lose. It's a bad night. That is a bad night in the big leagues. Padres fans, thank you, Jared, again for the super. Appreciate it. He says, Padres fans, fire whoever is bad at the moment, which is kind of a lot of people right now. A lot of people right now.
Oh, my goodness.
I mean, there's only one way out of this, and that's by really playing well down the stretch. not stumbling into it.
Crawford hit a walk-off home run.
With how many? Were there 2 outs just to make it worse?
2 outs, runner at third, hits a walk-off. I gotta watch this. Oh my God.
Did he kill it?
Straightaway center field. Straightaway center field. Wow.
So they've won 5 straight, and the Padres lead over the Giants, and that's scary because it's the Giants, and that's just scary. Wow. It's 4.5 games, and it was 7.5 when they left San Diego a week ago when San Francisco left.
And you kind of thought to yourself, okay, you buried the Giants, they're done.
That's what I said. I said it's on you if the Giants pass you, and I still feel that way.
And the Giants played you extremely tough.
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, kind of, but yeah. No, I'm just thinking about how concerning this is right now.
Oh, no, I said the Giants played you guys very tough. That wasn't an easy series win for the Padres. Like, that's troublesome.
It's really troublesome. It is. JD's third, thank you for the super. He says, why is Boehmel slow to adapt and make changes? Are we talking about in the lineup day in, day out? I mean, I don't know if he fully controls that.
Yeah. Also, I think he just trusts his players so much. He is such a player's manager, and he's been through it all. So he kind of knows that, like, I'm riding with you. I'm riding with this guy. You know, I'm not going to go make any crazy changes. I'm not going to do anything that's rash. I'm riding with these guys because they're my guys.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he didn't stick with Mania today after 4 innings.
Also, Mania was throwing 83 miles an hour.
Right. There's that too. Andrew, thank you for hanging out from Korea tonight. And this is another great point. It's like, first of all, every team in the National League that's in contention has played well in the second half other than the Padres. Every one of them. Giants, they got off to a slow start, but they're playing well now. Maybe not the Brewers. You get my point. Cardinals, Phillies, Mets, Braves. You're 7.5 games behind the Braves. You have a better chance of a moon landing than catching the Braves. Okay, you have a better chance of bringing the 26-man roster to the moon than catching the Atlanta Braves down the stretch. Would you agree with that?
You have a better chance of Manny Machado saying, I love Jim Russell than
catching the Braves.
And catching the Braves.
The Braves are like 40, and I'm making it up. They're like 40-18 in their last 58, and Padres aren't. And to catch a team that's playing that kind of baseball and make up 7.5 games, you basically in your final 40, I forget what it is now, is it 43 or 44? You could go 34-10 and maybe get lucky.
Maybe
35-9, maybe get lucky and get that spot.
But guess what? You think this team is going to go in September?
No,
and win
4-10,
6 out of 9 against the Dodgers, or win?
No, not really.
4 out of 6 versus the Giants, or go to St. Louis and take a series from the Cardinals.
That's in San Diego.
That is right. You are right. Yes. Yep. Go to Colorado, win 3 of 4, where you can't win a freaking game if you're not dependent on it. Like, that's what you're asking them to do if they want to. If, to your point, to have that type of record in September, is winning 6 of 9 versus the Dodgers, is winning 4 of 6 the Giants, is taking 2 of 3 from the Cardinals, is going to Colorado and taking 3 of 4. Okay, great. Do you think that's possible?
Possible. I mean, possible. Maybe possible.
But saying it out loud, you're like
better than a 1% chance of all that happening. Obviously, no.
You're like, oh shit, they gotta do that.
You see, you've lost your upside potential. Like, Gus makes a good point here. And Gus, thank you for the super in your membership. He says Pods and World Series can't be set together anymore. The thing that you've lost with Tatis, in addition to Tatis, is you've lost your ceiling and your upside. Now, that doesn't mean you can't be a consistently good team. I'm watching teams that don't have the talent of the Padres, San Francisco, Milwaukee, play better baseball here recently than the Padres are. I think the Braves roster is just as good as the Padres, probably better. I don't think the Mets roster is necessarily better than the Padres. I think their starting pitching has obviously been elite. And I don't think the Cardinals have a better roster than the Padres. I think the Cardinals have been better than the Padres. And they certainly have been recently. So right. I just think you've lost that ceiling. You've lost that high upside without Tatis.
Yeah, and the problem is this team maybe needed that high upside piece to get over that hump finally. I mean, maybe not, but
No, you're right. Dude, I mean, listen, everything's accurate. I mean, you're right. But the Tatis slander or blame if they don't make the playoffs is real. And to miss 162 games from that player, I mean, it's a huge loss, obviously. But despite it all, it's like 6 teams in the National League are making the postseason. You've invested heavily in this roster and this rotation, back end of your bullpen, have Juan Soto and Manny Machado. Someone has to be accountable, other than Fernando Tatis Jr., for getting this team to the postseason. That's how I feel right now. Cam, thank you for the super and thank you for your membership. He says a team that can't hit lefties, a bunch of no names, and we make it swept. Plus, we can't throw out a runner. WTF, hashtag Padre curse. Well, the Padres can't hit lefties. I don't know if the Marlins can hit lefties. There's no question it's a bunch of no names on the Marlins. Everyone is out. And yeah, they are in danger of getting swept.
Yeah, that's if they get swept tomorrow by the Marlins, bro.
2-4 trip.
Horrific trip. Already in my mind, a bad trip. But if you get swept tomorrow, if you lose tomorrow, horrific trip. Embarrassing trip. That's
it
what
really would be.
That's what tomorrow's John and Jim will be. That was fucking embarrassing.
Moises, I'm not sure what you're referring to. They are a better team. We're talking about Miami, San Francisco.
I think you might be talking about, I don't know.
I'm not sure who you're referring to. There's no question it's not played on paper, but there's no question the Padres. Well, if we're talking about San Francisco, for example, I mean, the Padres are the better team.
Giants.
Right. What's that?
He's talking about the Giants.
Well, yeah, I don't think the Giants are the better team. I mean, A, they're not the better team on paper. They're 4.5 games back. And B, they're not the better team on the field because the Padres have a better roster. So we'll see at the end of the year. Maybe the Giants are the better team. But right now, the Giants aren't the better team than the Padres. They're playing better baseball right now, but they're 4.5 games behind the Padres. I would not switch spots with them under any circumstance at this point in the season, but they're not left for dead, and they're still very much in it. There's no question about that. I do want to tell you about our buddy Will at Aura, co-founder of Aura. They've got offices in Liberty Station. Great company, plant-based nutritional company. ORA.organic is the website, and here's the deal. Click this Build Your Routine button. You're getting 30% off your very first order. That's right, 30% off your very first order, whether it's probiotics. I take one every single day for digestion from Aura. I get it sent to me every single month. It auto-renews. I take one every single day. It's perfect. You save money by doing that, by the way, as well. They have proteins for after workouts. They have pre-workout supplements. They have omega-3 oils. They have sleep pills and immunity pills and so much more. It's at ORA.organic. Again, their co-founder, Will, is a huge Padres fan. And this company was based in San Diego. It's based out of San Diego with their offices in Liberty Station. Something for everyone, yourself, your spouse, your children, your friends. ORA.organic. If you're looking to get healthier with plant-based nutrition, please consider our friends at Aura.
Yeah, go there right now. Build your own routine, www.aura.organic. When you click on that, you'll get 30% off your first order. They got everything you need to live a healthy lifestyle. Everything they have tastes delicious. The pre-workout that I take, the raspberry lemonade flavored pre-workout, tastes amazing. Highly recommend that. Go there right now, www.aura.organic. Build your routine. You get 30% off your first order. You'll thank us later.
You know, if you can't get to the postseason, by the way, blowing through the luxury tax back-to-back years and being one of 2 teams to do that, and the other is 50 games over 500, and then it's you, and you can't get into the postseason 2 straight years, then it's not but Tatis, but Tingler, but trade deadline. Enough. Figure it out.
Well, then what? Then what do you
Figure
do?
it out.
Then what do you do? It's like
they're so hamstrung in salary.
I can't blame Preller right now. I can't blame Seidler. Obviously, the players are fully to blame for this.
Yep.
And then what do? You're not getting rid of Manny. You're not getting rid of Soto.
Nope.
You just signed Musgrove. Like you're not
How
getting
do you
rid of Bob
reconstruct
Melvin.
it? I mean, how do you get in? What do you have to do to get in?
It's dude. I don't know. It's fucking crazy, and it's maddening that this is happening way too much over the last couple of years. Where you're like, this doesn't make sense.
There was no scenario when they made that trade for Juan Soto that this could happen. And here we are 10 days later.
You're 5-8 since the trade deadline. 5-8. Now,
if you were 8-5, you'd be 7.5 games clear of the Giants.
And this thing would be all but probably
you'd be in good shape. You'd have 3 more games on the Brewers. You'd be 4 up, but they're not 8-5. So are they going to play that level of baseball at some point here down the stretch or not? And this was supposed to be the month they were creating separation because of September, and they're not doing it.
I blame the curse.
Yeah, I blame the curse for punching Tatis on the motorcycle or whatever it did.
I blame the curse for giving Tatis the steroids.
No, I actually blame the curse for the ringworm and then him trying to treat the curse with steroids.
Yeah, right. Yeah, the ringworm was 100% the curse, and to treat the curse, he had to do steroids.
Yeah, to take steroids.
It takes steroids.
Thanks, curse.
Yeah,
Joshua, thank you for the super. Greatly appreciated. Came in late. Have you talked about Bell's hitting already? Oh, we have, Joshua. Thank you for the super. Honestly, I feel bad for him right now. New team, and he can't hit this out of a barn. 0 for his last 22. He's coming up with men on base every time, whether it's Manny Machado or Juan Soto. I say, and I think we collectively say, Jim, give him a blow and then move him down in the lineup. But he can't back cleanup anymore until he proves he can hit better than what he's hit with the Padres, which is what, 130?
That's probably too much. I think he's hitting like
125
or not 150. 125.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe. But he has no home runs, maybe 1 extra base hit. It's not great.
No, we don't have an answer for you, Joshua. This happens at the trade deadline. It's not like you're guaranteed to get the same player that the way they were playing previously. I always say this with Bell, like he was on a team that was 40 games under 500. There was no pressure. He's not Juan Soto. Juan Soto's a 1 of 1. Josh Bell was having a very nice year. How is Bell dealing with his teammates and the adversity and playing in a pennant race? Right now, not dealing with it very well. Hopefully, it changes sooner rather than later. We saw him, Jim, at the press conference. I was thoroughly impressed with Josh Bell as an individual, as a person. I really was. And for whatever reason, it hasn't worked out on field for 2 weeks. That doesn't mean it's not going to work out for the next 6 weeks. But right now, it's not working.
And you don't have the luxury of a 162-game season to turn this around if you're Josh Bell. You got to do it quickly. You only have 40 games remaining in a Padres uniform. Like, that's it. So you got no time here to just like get in a groove and try to settle in. You got to be him and Drury and Haters will be next year, but you get the point. Like, he's got to get it going now.
It's a good point on the 40 games. And again, if this team doesn't make the postseason, well, that's, a whole nother talking point. That's the whole offseason again. But also, you're not then Fernando Tatis Jr. starts 2023 still with 32 games left on that suspension. If this team makes the postseason and wins a few games or gets through a series or two, it could be down to like 15 or 20 games. That would be maybe somewhat improbable at this point for the Padres to win 2 or 3 playoff series, but that's on the line in the postseason as well for this team, cutting down Tatis' suspension for 2023. Jared says that the San Diego curse is real.
It feels real.
Who else? Does anyone think that the curse is like legitimately real? Anything that can go wrong will go wrong. Murphy's Law applies to San Diego sports or maybe the San Diego Padres. Is that how we really feel?
Curses are not real, but dude, at times you're like, what the fuck, man? So much stuff has happened that how could you at times not think that something's fishy here? Something's off. Like what? Like this is they made the biggest trade in the history of the sport, and you're about to get your best player back potentially, and you're going to pair him with Juan Soto and Manny and Josh Bell and Brandon Drury. Guess what? Nope, steroids. Like what?
What? You saw? I don't know. Hopefully, we'll talk to Mark Ziegler tomorrow on the radio from 3 to 6 on Extra iHeartRadio app. He just wrote a column about 80% of the all-time PED pops have been on Dominican-born players. They're only 10% of the players in Major League Baseball. 4 and 5 all-time have been with Dominican-born players. And he talks about the epidemic in the Dominican, how it is part of the culture in the country. Not to say that's exactly what has transpired here with Tatis, but it's an interesting look at it. And it doesn't make a ton of sense.
Yeah,
but
I
it is
still
what it is.
still hard for me to like try to make an for him again until you hear him speak. I'm just gonna go. I am just going with he's still. It was just he's very immature, and what he did or what he didn't, like that's all on him. And
Oh,
I'm
I
not gonna
agree.
blame.
No.
I can't
I'm
blame him.
saying that what's interesting is
Yeah.
culturally, I mean, there's got to be, I mean, it's basically a fact. There have been a number of Dominican born
Right.
players
Right.
that
Right.
have taken steroids because they've tested positive for them. Why are they taking them more than American born players or, I don't know, players outside of the Dominican that are international players?
Right.
I don't know. I mean, Mark wrote about it today. I think there are some reasons in there, but I don't fully. Again, if you're Fernando Tatis Jr., we all know this. He doesn't need them, but
No.
but he's tested positive for him. Anthony says, but Jim, John said last week there are a lot of games left. Well, there are, and it's not necessarily a good thing if you don't play good baseball and you get caught from behind, like what's happening right now.
Right.
Kind of wish there were no games left. If there were no games left, they are in by a game. The problem with having a lot of games left, it goes one of two ways. You either play good baseball and you can do all kinds of work over that stretch, or you don't, and you go in the tank like they did in 2021.
Right.
And they finished whatever they finished, 7 games out of a playoff spot.
Right. There's not a lot of games left. It's going to go by very quick.
It'll go quick. It will.
Yep. Yeah.
It'll definitely go quick. All right. I do want to remind our viewers about our relationship with Omar Sanchez at Edge Home Finance. Great to have Omar with us here throughout this 2022 season. You can see his contact information on the screen right now. You can scan that QR code as well. You'll get to Omar Sanchez's website. Again, if you have mortgage needs, please consider Omar Sanchez at Edge Home Finance. He is a San Diegan. He went to San Diego State, and he is a huge Padres fan. You see his phone number on the screen right now. You can text him at any time. He is available to you for your mortgage needs. So, again,
Yes.
Omar Sanchez. What's that?
Sorry. Continue.
Yeah, I'm just trying to pull up his read. Okay, so here's the deal. 619-387-7798. If you're looking to buy your dream home, Omar can help, or you can refinance to consolidate debt. If you're in the process of buying or refinancing and you want a second opinion to make sure you're getting the best deal possible, just call or text Omar right now. You're going to get a free consultation, 619-387-7798. If you're looking for referral partners and you want to expand your book of business, just reach out to Omar. Realtors, CPAs, insurance agents, divorce attorneys, immigration attorneys. Omar wants to help you grow your business as well. The number, 619-387-7798. You can scan that QR code, local business. If you want to support a local business right here in San Diego that supports the Padres, please consider Omar Sanchez.
Yeah, scan the QR code, top of the screen there. It will take you to his website, edgehomefinance.com. But the best way to reach him is by text, 619-387-7798. You can text him literally any time of the day. He told us to tell you that. He will respond to you. And when you text him about any loan or mortgage needs, let him know that John and Jim from the Wrap-Up Show sent you.
Yes, thank you again, Omar, for your support. I'm telling you, these chats are going to get feisty. I mean, this is going to be interesting. If they don't win, this is going to be
dude,
it's like deja
Def
vu. I mean, it's
Con
crazy.
1, bro. Shit,
Especially with a night like tonight, when everyone else wins and you lose. Everyone.
You lose to the fucking Marlins and who beat you tonight? Matt, what's the guy's name?
I don't know.
Like
who knows?
Literally
8,000 people there. 8,000, or I don't know what they drew. 9,000 people. Lone Depot Park. And you can't. I mean, you're.
What are you doing?
I mean, what's the nerves? What are the nerves about? What's the pressing about? You're playing at Lone Depot Park against a Double-A offense.
Right. Eric's here. Some fucking guy beat you tonight.
Can't do anything against anyone. And tomorrow, it's Pablo Lopez. He's good. And that's gonna be you face Mackenzie Gore. It's redemption. I'm making it up. I don't even know if he's pitching. Oh, it's CJ Abrams. He was due for a big series against the former team. Enough with the excuses. Just play good baseball and beat someone. Jared, thank you. He says pomegranate. I like pomegranates.
I know you
Pomegranate got upgraded to El Paso. I didn't even know. Was he pitching in Double-A? I had no idea.
That's great. He'll maybe get back in time for the rest of the end of the season.
He'll make 4 appearances. I mean, what value do 8th and 9th inning guys even have? I mean, Josh Hader in now 17 days
3
has appeared
games.
in 1 save situation
He's appeared in 3 games.
in 17 days. Does he even know how to pitch? He has. How is he
Well,
not pitching the series? Is he all right? How can you not pitch your closer for a week straight, even if you're losing?
He's a 1 inning guy, John.
Yeah, but he wants to pitch presumably more often than once a week, right?
They haven't had an opportunity to put him in.
Yeah, but you still pitch guys to get work.
Guess.
You can't just take a month off, can you?
I don't know.
What a weird trade that is.
Yeah. Moises coming in with the hopeful. This is the
reverse the curse super.
Reverse the curse super. Thank you, Moises. Thank you,
Moises.
Thank you, Moises.
Man, let's get some claps in the chat.
It worked last time. I think Moises
it did.
I think it did work last time. Yeah, I think it did.
Do you remember when this team was off to the best start in franchise history?
No.
They were. It was like June, late May. Just like a year ago. They went like 9-0 on a homestand. They were unbelievable through late May, and then the wheels fell off. Moises, thank you, says, with this $20, I hereby release the Padres from the curse. Yes. Did it work? We will find out over the next 45 days. You know what else I hate here, real quick, Jim? Down the stretch for the team, there are off days aplenty for the Padres. It's like they're not playing well. Off days are coming.
I don't like off days.
Not when you're not playing good baseball and you're just sitting around and I don't know. Moises, wait a second here. Wait, are people matching the Moises and the curse super? Is this what it's going to take?
This is like the double curse breaker. The double curse breaker. Thank you, Jared.
Appreciate it, come on, guys. This is very generous.
The double curse breaker. That means they're going on a 7-game winning streak right now.
Dude, can we just all just pray for that? Is that something to pray for?
Take a screenshot of this. Somebody.
Please. You know what, Jim? I'm going to knock it down to 6. I'll take a 6-game winning streak.
6-game winning streak.
Good.
6-game winning streak.
Would anyone take 5? I don't hate 5.
I'll take 3. I'll take maybe 4. I'll go as low as 4.
I'll take a win in Miami.
I'll go as low as 4. And then whatever happens for the rest of the weekend after that, I'll be fine.
Jared, thank you. Very kind. Good point, Anthony. That's what happens, John, when the first 2 months of the year you're playing the Pirates, Reds, and Cubs. Look at this. Look at this, guys.
Oh, wow.
All right, retard. Okay, this is unbelievable. Right. So, okay, now I want the winning streak back to 7 games. Forget settling.
I want a 10-game winning streak. This is a 10-game winning streak. God. F the curse. F the curse.
If they, because if they win 7 straight, they're going to go to the playoffs, right? If they win 10 straight, they're definitely going to the playoffs. Retard, just in case the curse is not understanding. Thank you.
Yeah. This is to the curse. Right there, buddy. Right to the curse. Right to the curse.
You know what, Rich? Very generous. F the curse.
F the curse. F the
F the curse.
F the curse. F the curse. F the curse. Yes.
Who do they play?
Cam.
This is unbelievable.
F the curse. F the curse. F the curse.
Guys, if you could only buy it, they've tried with $230 million on this roster.
We're buying wins. Buy wins.
F the curse. Thank you, Cam. Thank you, Retard.
F the curse. Thank you, Retard.
Well, Retard, now you're even at 20.
You're even,
yeah. God. Please don't let this be a repeat of last year. Jim, we have literally
F the curse. F the curse.
This is incredible. You guys are incredible, seriously.
Oh my goodness.
We live and die on it. I mean, we do this every day, every night, every hour. We go to sleep thinking about it. We wake up. Is this the right pitching matchup? Oh, who do they face next? Gosh. Yeah, y'all are like Peter. That is so good.
Oh. Just no. Oh my God.
What is happening?
I banished the curse. You
If
shall
they
not
ever
pass.
lose again, they better not ever lose again. If
If
they
they
win the
lose
World
tomorrow-
Series, this is the night. We're going back to this night, Jim, if they win the World Series. And this is where it starts.
This
This is where it starts.
There's zero chance they're losing tomorrow. There's zero chance.
They can't lose
Zero
tomorrow.
chance.
They cannot, not with
No.
this kind of support. They cannot do this. They cannot lose tomorrow. Right, guys? They
No,
cannot.
we are. Everyone in the chat. We are
Everyone's
all
in
this.
this.
Yes, we're
This
all
is
in
blood,
this.
sweat, and tear stuff, guys. We're waking up
Yes.
thinking about this. We're going to sleep thinking about it. We're watching these games. Stop this. Win. You have Juan Soto and Manny Machado.
Yes. F the curse.
Yes, Callan.
Yes.
Yes.
Bless the mood. There we go.
Yes. It's a mood
Yes.
changer.
Yeah. Vibes are now lifted.
I'm feeling better, guys. I honestly, I am. You know what? These seasons are long. These seasons are long.
John and Jim getting more support than our starting pitchers. Oh, my.
Dude.
Oh, yes. Speak it into existence. We are winning tomorrow.
Moises.
Yes.
You guys rock. You guys
Thank you.
rock.
We appreciate
tomorrow,
you guys.
man. Tomorrow at 1:10 Pacific. See if the Padres can snap this mini skid. They have to. 3-3 trip is not the end of the world. It's just not. Jake, thank you for the super. Curse equals never having won a World Series game at San Diego, 1-8 in the World Series. Maybe that's possible, but who's to say we're not turning it around right now?
We are.
Like Anthony said.
Yeah. If the wrap-up show can't break the curse, then nothing can.
God, please. Come on.
I know. Please. One fucking time.
One time. We don't ask for that much. Do we? Maybe we do. We asked for Juan Soto. we
got Juan Soto.
But we also asked for Soto, Tatis, and Machado. What is happening? Pseudonym. Thank you.
This has been the most traumatized fan base in the league. It really has. And,
dude, how many times? I mean, there's nights I can't sleep because of this stuff. Jim's the same way. He tweets something out. People come out. I mean, it's like, it's just crazy. It's a great point. Pseudonym, thank you. Thank you guys so much. How about this? This is a great point from Hot Talent Lava. Just so many games, Jim. From day one, 3-1 lead in the ninth inning in Arizona. From day one, how many games have been thrown away? It feels like
a lot.
A dozen
just from
plus.
The first game of the season was thrown away. You're
literally.
Like, what the fuck? Oh, man. You guys are amazing.
You guys are awesome.
You're not wrong, Gus.
Well, listen, Gus, I mean, it's kind of like, what else? What other choice do we have?
But it's a community and everyone's banding together. And like, we're trying, like, we're all in this together. Like, for sure. We're here for you and through it all. And I think we appreciate you as much as we think you guys appreciate what we do.
Yeah, you guys know. I mean, we're here for you day in and day out. I mean,
John's literally doing shows on like his honeymoon. Like what?
Yeah. My wife's 40th birthday. Yeah.
Yeah. No big deal. It's fine.
Yeah. Jim's literally doing shows from like his girlfriend's like door or where his girlfriend is buying him wrap-up show neons. Okay. That's how vested we are.
Yeah. See all of this, like this behind me right here. Yeah, exactly. Invested.
And this is true price pseudonym. That's probably a super chat record following a loss.
Yeah. That is true. That is true. Everyone was very excited about Juan Soto.
My fingers are crossed. Juan, we appreciate. Hey, listen, it doesn't have to be with the super. The sentiments matter. The sentiments matter.
Don't worry about it, man. We appreciate you being here and supporting us, honestly.
And this is a good point, Jonathan. I think the crowds will be great this weekend. They've sold a ton of tickets with Soto. There's already a lot of tickets sold. The crowds will be good. They need to play well behind large crowds, and sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. All right, guys, thank you so much. We'll be back tomorrow night. We'll see if the Padres get off the schneid in this series. Please.
No, they're going to win tomorrow.
I know. If they don't, I seriously
I'm blaming. Break something.
I'm going to freak out on Tatis if they lose tomorrow. All right, please support this channel by subscribing. Please smash the like button as well. Follow us on Twitter at John Schaefer, at Jim Russell SD, at John and Jim. Join us tomorrow on the radio. We're going to break down this series at 3 p.m. Then we'll join you again tomorrow night at 9 p.m. on the wrap-up show. Please support our partners Hopefully you will. Mark Nimitz at Farmers Insurance can save you $750 on your insurance, auto, home, right? Renters, life, earthquake insurance. I have my homeowners and my earthquake through Mark. Please consider Mark Nimitz. Link down below. He's our title sponsor. ORA.organic. Link down below. Their co-founder, Will, is a huge Padres fan. You can get 30% off your first order at ORA.organic. And then, of course, our buddy Omar Sanchez, Edge Home Finance. If you are looking for mortgage needs or home buying needs, please contact Omar Sanchez at Edge Home Finance, 619-387-7798. Let's do it, folks. Tomorrow's another day. A lot of baseball still in front of this team. Got to finish strong. We'll see you tomorrow night. Thanks, guys. Seriously, thank you so much.
Peace.